What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, keep you, comfort you, aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stages of your life. Family, this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough, okay? It's going to be kind of deep, and it is what it is. Man, we're talking about being misunderstood. Being misunderstood. Stay with me. We're going somewhere today. One of the things that I struggled with was being misunderstood. I struggled with that for a long time. And this morning I woke up from a dream that I had that was vivid. Man, it shook me. In the dream, there was a young man that I knew. He was a sergeant of mine when I was out at the beach. Good guy. Married and just had a little kid, little baby girl this year. And in the dream, I saw him walking towards me, and somebody ran up and shot him in the back with a shotgun. As he dropped, I caught him, and man, we both just slumped down to our knees, and just blood was everywhere. And I could hear the chaos, and I'm just fixated on him and just talking to him. But I could see the chaos, people screaming and running. And I see his wife come screaming, hysterical, and the dream ends. And the trip is, I've always had dreams like this. Stay with me, we're going somewhere. But I didn't understand it, okay? I've always had dreams of things happening before they happened. And within a few days, a month latest, it came to pass. Whatever it was that I dreamed, it happened. And so I grew up thinking, dang, what's wrong with me? You know what I mean? And again, my family come from Christian background. My family always talked about how I was damned to hell. My family always told me how I was going straight to hell. Okay? And so I grew up thinking that, damn, I'm cursed. I'm cursed. And that seed was planted when I was a little baby. That seed was planted when I was 2 years old, and my father murdered my mother right in front of me, stabbing her 49 times. Blood everywhere. And I never understood it. We're talking about being misunderstood. And so I grew up thinking that everybody I love, everybody that I get close to, dies. What the fuck is wrong with me? Am I really cursed like this? I had a wife, 2015, passed away from breast cancer. I'm mad and angry at God because those I love the most, those that I care about, pass away. The year before my wife passed away, my brother passed away from colon cancer. I didn't understand what God was doing. I didn't understand what was taking place in my life. Stay with me. I promise you, we're going somewhere. And so I thought I was cursed. Didn't want to be close to anybody. Didn't want to allow anybody close to me, because I thought they would be cursed too by being associated with me, by being connected with me. God had to show me as life progressed. So many people that I was around, that I was close to, would pass away. And I would be right there as they transitioned out of this world. And what God had to show me was Elijah. Elijah, you misunderstood what was happening. Elijah, you don't know what the heck you're talking about. Elijah, you missed it. And your family has twisted your thought process of who you are. You grew up thinking you were cursed. You grew up thinking that I hated you. When the truth is, I love you and I've chosen you and I blessed you with a gift. But because you don't understand the truth, you misunderstood the process. You thought people around you was dying because you were cursed, not knowing that you were a blessing in their life, helping them through this transition. Those people would have died whether you were there or not. But I put you in their life to be there at that moment of their transition to help them out of this realm. But because you didn't understand the process, because you didn't understand what was taking place, because you've been tainted by your raggedy ass family who didn't understand you. They saw you as a curse because they misunderstood. They saw you as a curse because they didn't know any better. And so they programmed you to think that you were a curse. When the truth is, you're the complete opposite. You're a blessing to those that I put you around. You're a blessing to those that I bring into your life. Your job is to speak life into those people. Your job is to help them people grow the fuck up emotionally. That's not a curse. That's a blessing. Part of the blessing is to also be there for those that are getting ready to transition out. To talk to them, to comfort them, to aid them in their transition to the next realm of their life. Don't misunderstand this. God help me. And so as it became clear of that, what God had to show me was we get so frustrated with people misunderstanding us. We get so mad and caught up in our emotions with people misunderstanding us. People we love and value, and they're walking out of our lives. People we love and value, we would do the world for them or give them the world and blah, 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 blah. And they misunderstand us. And they don't recognize the gift that we are to them. And so they use and abuse us. They dog us the fuck out and say we're lame and squares and busters and all kind of other stupid ass shit because they don't recognize the fucking gift that you are. And so it hurts us. And we don't understand the blessing that we really are to people. Because how can so many motherfuckers just dog us out? How can so many motherfuckers just use and abuse us? How can so many motherfuckers think the worst of us? And so we assume that something's wrong with us. We believe that something's wrong with us. Because we don't understand the gift that we are. We don't understand the blessing that we are. We got to grow the fuck up emotionally. We got to catch this. When I came into this understanding that, man, I wasn't a curse. I'm not damned to fucking hell. I don't give a fuck what them crazy ass Christians talk about. I'm not damned to hell because they ignorant as say that I am. When I came to this understanding it became liberating emotionally. I ain't got to argue with motherfuckers. You ain't got to argue with people who you are and why you're here. You ain't got to argue with these crazy ass motherfuckers who can't see your purpose, who can't see the gift that you are. Stop arguing and wasting your time trying to convince these raggedy ass motherfuckers of who you are. We got to grow the fuck up emotionally. Everybody can't see you. Everybody ain't meant to see you. The trip is, isn't it interesting how, when you look at the Bible, it was the religious motherfuckers who had a problem with Jesus or Yahshua. It was the religious motherfuckers who said he wasn't him. It was the religious motherfuckers that condemned him to death. It was the religious motherfuckers who knew all the Bible but didn't know him. Catch that. Couldn't recognize him. All the scriptures in the Old Testament was prophesying of his coming. All these scriptures in the Old Testament, that's all the Bible they had at the time, was talking about his birth. All these religious motherfuckers knew the word, but didn't know him. They couldn't see him. They couldn't recognize him. And it's true today. You got all these religious motherfuckers running. Oh, man, as a man of God, you can't talk like that. As a man of God, you can't wear earrings. As a man of God, you can't wear tattoos. As a man of God, you can't do this. As a man, shut the fuck up with your bullshit. Stop buying into their fucking religious dogma. Stop buying into their stupid ass shit. And understand who you are. And this ain't for everybody. This is for a small select few. Everybody ain't gonna resonate with this. Everybody can't hear this spiritually. Everybody can't understand this spiritually. Because it ain't for them. It ain't for them. I'm talking about being misunderstood. They ain't got eyes to see. We're talking about spiritual eyes. They ain't got the spiritual ears to hear. They're not going to see you as who you really are. They're not going to see you as the child of God you really are. They're not going to see you as the anointed one that you are. They're not going to see you as the beacon of hope, beacon of love that you are. They're not going to see you as the beacon of light that you are. And it's okay. They ain't got to see you. You didn't come here for them. Stop tripping off what the fuck they talking about. We got to grow up. We got to get connected to source and understand who we are and why we're here. Man can't give you your fucking purpose. They can't explain your purpose to you like that. You got to be connected to source. We got to grow up. We have to change our way of thinking. We have to change our way of seeing us. Hope and pray that says something to encourage you, to inspire you, or to even challenge your way of thinking. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.